Life. All right, so I'm gonna start off with Corey with this one, and then I'm going to Craig. Antonio Brown. He left the Jets mid-game through his pads, his gloves. What are your thoughts on Antonio Brown leaving the game, and will he ever play in the NFL again?
As for the second part, if he would ever play in the NFL again, it would take someone incredibly stupid like Jerry Jones to take that gamble. Michael Gallup just went down with an ACL injury, so who knows? But it's hard to imagine that anybody would be willing to take a chance on him at this point. Then again, if they feel like the talent outweighs the risk, they're going to do it. From what I've seen and heard, the team is claiming they were trying to put him back into the game so that he could hit his contract incentives. His side is claiming that he felt the team was mishandling an ankle injury of his. I'm sure the truth is somewhere in the middle in there, as with some of this stuff. But look, for a while now, he's looked like a guy that's been essentially, not literally, screaming for help. This is just another example along the way. Hopefully there are enough people around him that will get him the professional help that he needs. And hopefully, for his sake, his long-term well-being will be looked after, and not just his short-term financial and playing career.
All right. I can't wait to hear from Craig from this one, man. Craig, Antonio Brown, man.
I mean, I don't have any really negative things to say. Obviously, the whole mental health thing is a thing that he's going through. I believe so. It'd have been nice to come in here and just dog him for what happened, but I'm not gonna do that. So I think that I'm not gonna do that.
Craig is getting older. You're changing, man. The new leaf.
I mean, it's something to do with his mental health. Like I don't want to laugh and put ha to that. So it's a serious thing. I think he's had issues for a while. But I'm not gonna. At the same time, I'm not gonna just look over his past and what he's done in the past with Pittsburgh, with Oakland at the time, with everything that came out with him when he was with the Patriots. So I can't just look over that. But at the same time, I'm not gonna just dog him, because I think he has something like that's mentally wrong with him, that he needs help. So I hope he gets the help that he needs. Hope somebody comes out and helps him, because he's a talented football player. But even putting the football aside, he's still a human being, and he's still a person that is going through something mentally that he's struggling with right now. I don't know what that is. Maybe the truth will come out eventually one day. Like the next day, he was at courtside at the Nets game. So yeah. I don't really know where everything stands with him. But as far as him playing football again, I think it's possible. I see if you're really talented. Josh Gordon is a perfect example of a guy who's talented. Not the same situation, obviously, but he's been given multiple chances over the years with different teams, and he's had a habit that he's trying to get rid of, and he can't get rid of it really.
Motion detected at the front door camera.
Okay, but he hopefully if he gets a chance, and Tyreek Hill had some issues in the offseason, so you can look at Ray Rice as a guy who hasn't been back in the league. Maybe his situation would be more like him, but it's tough, man, because he basically just quit on his team. You look at that and you don't want to bring that in your locker room. You quit on your team like that. And I know some people were talking about maybe he can be put on the Cowboys. Maybe some other team will pick him up for the postseason. I don't know if you want to have that in your locker room or just trying to make a run right now. Yeah. Maybe next year you can evaluate him, but I don't even think he's a person that can be trusted. Just what happened with the last before this stop here, the last two stops he had, he didn't last long. Yeah. I think he played one game, and that was with New England, and it's just always something with him. So I think if a team is really desperate and the star wide receivers are gone, or COVID happens or something like that, I can understand. I mean, not understand, but I could see a team signing him to play. I don't know what you're going to have to do to come to terms with him like you have to, because you just never know what you're going to get. You might get sane, cool Antonio Brown day one, and then like 2 days later, he's just going off the handle. So I don't know what to say about that, but I do think that there's a chance he can play again just because he's talented.
Yeah, I've been listening to sports radio all week. People have their different opinions. Shannon Sharp has his opinion. What's his name? Rob Parker has his opinion. My opinion is, I just think I don't know what was said or what happened, but I've never seen that before in my life where a player. Listen. I've heard about the locker room, right? I'm retiring at halftime. I get that, right? But I believe that was Vontae Davis. He played corner, but
Yep.
So yeah, for the Bills, I think. But so I get that, but mid game, I don't know. It's kind of tough to digest because I don't know what was going on and what was said, and he's still not cut. So I think they're trying to work out with the league with that now, but unfortunately, man, I wish. I don't know. Maybe he has anger issues, or I just think he should get some help, man. It's just I've never seen this before. I don't even know what to call it. It's not acting out. It's I don't know. Some people say he's acting out. Some people say other people enable him. He's a grown man. He's at that age he can't be enabled, and I don't know, man. I'm at a loss. And if it was something big, Tom Brady would have. Tom Brady still has his back. So I just think he needs help, whether he wants to admit it or not. I hope he gets help. And I mean, I hate to see that because I don't vote like this, but people that we're going to talk about the Hall of Fame finalists later, but when he gets to the Hall of Fame, it's going to take him a while to get in, but he deserves it. But because it's off-field actions, I don't know. It's going to take him a long time. I disagree. I think you should judge for what's played on the field because it's a lot of Hall of Famers, NBA and NFL, that did crazy things. Just I don't think we heard about it, Corey. I'm just saying, like I know some, it's all good, but I think I don't know.
I agree.
Man.
He will get in eventually, but
yeah,
much like I think it's similar to the TO discussion for the Hall, that I don't think that it's just on the field. I think you have to look at everything involving the team. Like TO blew up and wrecked 2 different locker rooms. I don't think you can ignore that in the Hall of Fame voting.
Yeah.
AB is, Godwin's down for the year. He was going to be leaned on for this playoff run in what may be the last year or the second to last year of Tampa Bay Super Bowl window, and he just dipped. Like I feel like it's, and that potentially being the closing argument on his Hall of Fame chance. I think it's going to hurt him, and I kind of feel like it should.
Yeah, I just hope he just heals, man. I do. I really do, man. He's a great player, but sometimes, people are dealing with issues that are unknown, and it might seem okay on the surface, but deep down, it's, they're going through some stuff. So I really do hope he gets help.
He's had incidents at every single stop.
Every single stop. It's crazy.
I mean, he
off the field,
pushed his way out of Pittsburgh because he wasn't voted MVP by his teammates.
And he got on Facebook Live during a playoff speech. I've never seen that before.
He got into it with Big Ben. He didn't show up to practice, so he didn't play one game, something like that, last game of the season 1 year.
Yeah, and they needed that to go to the playoffs.
He didn't play a game with the Raiders. He played one game with the Patriots, and he just quit on his team. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah. So, but he'll be okay. He'll figure it out. Hopefully, eventually. Yeah.
Do you think he'll play again? Did you answer? Did you say?
I don't know. It's tough at the age. If he says, "Man, I'm going to therapy," or I've changed, I don't know. The NFL be some. I don't know, man. I'm be honest with you, Craig. The NFL some teams are any means by any means necessary, and if they want to win, they'll be like, "Oh, I can deal with them." I've seen that multiple times. I don't know. We'll see.
I think you hit it on the head there, James. If he comes out and says, I'm going to counseling, I'm getting the help I need, a team will give him a chance. Because the last time we saw him on the field, he was playing at a very high level still.
Yes.
Because just look at the past. Yeah, Ray Rice never saw the field again after his incident, but that's because his production declined each of the 2 previous seasons before that incident. He was already on the downswing, and he was he was getting up there in age as a running back.
Yeah.
Randy Gregory got another shot in the NFL, even though he had a pretty horrific arrest report.
Yeah.
Why? Because teams thought that he could the Cowboys thought he could still help them.
Mm-hmm.
So if Brown is at least looking like he's serious about his mental health and taking care of that, I think a team would give him a shot.
I think they'll give him a shot, man. Well, they will, Craig. I don't. The NFL doesn't surprise me, man. By any means necessary, man. You know, some teams will deal. His production is it's crazy.